it's Nick from the After Dark series of podcasts. Thank you, dear listener, for downloading this episode of Dis After Dark. Due to the length of the episode that we recorded today, we're actually splitting it up into two parts. So you can listen to part one now. Part two will be available at the same time, but we've just split those up for you, so it's easier to digest. Now, also, I have to warn you that unusually for us, we haven't done this for a while, that there is quite a lot of strong language in these episodes. So if you are listening with children, it's probably better to turn off before we start talking, especially that potty mouth Craig. Both parts 1 and 2 have some strong language, so listen to them at your discretion with that in mind. Thank you for your support, and on with the show.
Hey, Dis After Dark listeners. I want to invite you all to join us over on Scare Zone, Halloween Horror Nights podcast. Scare Zone is a news, interview, history, and commentary podcast all about Universal's premier Halloween event. It's hosted by fans and experts like me, Logan Seculo, former WWE superstar Scotty 2 Hottie, and Dis After Dark's own Chris Ripley. Subscribe however you get podcasts and head over to scarezone.com for more information. We here at the show are proud supporters of Dis After Dark. And remember, keep your eyes closed and your ears open on Scare Zone.
Warning, this show contains childish adult content and is intended for immature, mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised. The views spoken are ours and ours alone, not those of any other bugger. If you're easily offended, we strongly suggest finding another podcast. Everybody neat and pretty, then on with the show.
Right, we are recording.
Well, hello, Chris. It's me.
How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. You've let me out of the cupboard in the mouse's head. I've been in there for I can't think of nothing.
Months.
For months, yeah. For not paying me a bar bill, something like that. Whatever. The court can't prove fucking nothing. Have you been listening? I've just got to say dead quick. Hello everyone, virtual wave. There you go. I've waved at the rest of the team. Have you been listening to Grim Grin and Hosts?
I have, yeah.
It's taken the podcast world by storm. Who'd have thought
I know.
Intellectually challenged people could get together and produce something actually worse than Dis After Dark?
Who'd have thought? Hey, who'd have thought?
You know, if you throw enough shit at a wall, some of it's going to stick.
So they say.
So they say. But, you know, we love your Grim Grin and Hosts. Although I've started listening to Grim Grin and Gaze. They're a bit more out there. You've got to put glitter around your bedroom when you're listening to it. I've got glitter in all my orifices at the moment, but
that's before you started listening to that show, I believe.
Yeah, well, I've listened to 90 of their shows now. I've only listened to 3 of their Grim Grin and Hosts. So there you go. Anyway, what you've asked me on for is I will be back soon. Just dead hectic in work. I'm always on shifts, nights, and all that. So whatever it is, the new thing that all the kids are saying. Do you say this? Are you a kid? How old are you, Chris?
33.
You're still sort of a kid, then, aren't you? You're in that. You've got like. Yeah. So do you say it is what it is?
No.
So you're too old.
Yeah.
So
I don't say like every 2 seconds as well.
Do you say boss?
No, Amanda says that.
Have you seen Amanda's latest video of Liverpool?
No. What is this about time travelling in Liverpool?
Oh, yeah. They're called time hops. And basically, there's certain shops on Bold Street in Liverpool where people have actually gone in. I think one of them used to be like, I think it's the Waterstones at the moment. And they go into the Waterstones to buy a book. And
wait. If they go in, you can buy my book, all right?
they can buy Christopher Ripley's book or book, depends on which way you say it.
Exactly.
And they're walking out, right, into Bold Street. And for some bizarre reason, they go back to like 1940 Liverpool or 1950s Liverpool. There's Lee Malaby phoning me. The bald-headed, blancmange-faced monkey.
So this is so basically, Goodnight Sweetheart is happening in Liverpool.
Yeah, and there's another story on Lord Street about 3 years ago. This young mother goes, "Oh my God, that's Boss. They've opened the mother care back up. It's Boss." So she goes in and tries to pay with a debit card. And the girl, this is the thing, they're interacting with these people. The girl is like, "Sorry, love, we don't know what that is. We don't accept them in here." So everything was dead cheap, right? Dead cheap.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't have any cash on it, so she had to put it all back. She goes home, she says to her ma, "Oh my God, that's Boss. They put mother care back in Lord Street, blah, blah, blah." And her ma's like, "No, they haven't. It's a HSBC bank." "No, I'm telling you." So they go down the next day, and it's HSBC bank.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? And they reckon the price of the stuff that she was picking up and she was able to quote, they reckon it was sometime in the 80s that she'd gone back to.
I mean, are they putting something in the water in Liverpool?
Might be a bit of LSD, I don't know. But if you go and search for The Unexplained with Howard Hughes podcast, it is, I had it up yesterday, it's sometime in August this year, Steve somebody, and they talk about it in great depth. Let's have a look. 2-6, this is Boss podcasting this, really professional. Steve Parsons, 13th of August, episode 264. He's a Wales-based ghost investigator, but he talks about the time slips in Liverpool, goes into it. Yeah, so go and look at that. Anyway, Disneyland Paris.
What's going on with that?
Oh, mate, they've just lost 800 million. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so they're hemorrhaging money at this point. Right now, when you phone Disneyland Paris, you actually get a call centre in Walt Disney World, Orlando.
Really?
You speak to an American. Yeah.
Oh, they changed that then.
Right. So, we booked this holiday in February this year for February next year.
Okay.
And we knew we were going to be paying, because I'd set up auto payment in December to take the remaining balance.
Yeah.
But worked a bit of overtime last month. Right. I'll get it banged off now before Christmas, before that money disappears on other stuff.
Yeah.
So I spent 1 hour and 15 minutes
God.
on hold to Disneyland Paris. I literally thought the world had ended in Paris. I'm like, is it a zombie apocalypse? Is ISIS kicking off again? What is going on?
You know what that reminds me of? When they build Euro, Itchy and Scratchy Land. And it's empty, and the man's at the gate going, "Hello, my children need wine."
My children need wine. So, an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm expecting, "Hello, and welcome to Disneyland Paris. Hoi, hoi, ho." But no, I got this really lovely lady from America, in America. And I said, "Are you in America?" And she was like that, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, what it is, I want to pay my balance off." So she gets up all my details.
Yeah.
She's 600 odd quid, whatever. It's irrelevant. It is what it is. It's what the kids say, right? It is what it is. So I said, yeah. She said, "Oh, hold on. You've got auto pay set up for the 22nd of December. I shouldn't be putting that out there in case fraudsters are on it. The beep of December, right?" So I said, "Yeah, okay." She said, "Well, I can't take payment until we cancel that. So if you hold the line, I'll just cancel that." And I'm on hold again for like about 8 to 10 minutes again.
God.
And I'm like, what is going on here? And when she comes back on, she goes, "I'm awful sorry, the department that cancels the auto payments, i.e. the auto payment department, as having a meeting. And I went, what? And she went, they're having a meeting. I said, do you mean they've gone out for their dinner? And she went, no. I said, you do know you're like 800 million in debt and you've lost all this money this year, and I'm trying to give you some money to save you. And she went, yeah. I said, you're in Walt Disney World, aren't you? And she went, yeah. I said, you know how to take money in Walt Disney World because you do it so professionally, you don't even know you've just been fleeced. Yeah. You can't take me money for Disneyland Paris. And she went, no.
She went, no, but if you want to book a Walt Disney World holiday, I'll sort you out.
Honest to God. So, bearing in mind, you phone up this 5p a minute, so that's a cash grab. You can phone Walt Disney World for free from the UK. Yeah. There is the premium number and all that, but if you know where to look, you can get the free phone numbers, no problem. Not a problem. They answer the phone within minutes. Do you know remember Suzanne Boyle?
Oh, blimey, never forgot her.
Right? So I'm on the phone to Walt Disney World making some ADRs, paying in advance for, I think it was a dessert party or whatever.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Doesn't matter. So I'm talking to the girl, and I love talking to them. I'm what's the weather like at the moment? What are you wearing? All that type of stuff. And I'm talking to her. I've done all the payment. The transaction's gone through, and we're just having a chat. And Suzanne Boyle is on me telly singing her heart out on X Factor. Right. And you know what the woman said to me?
No, go on.
Is that Subo? Right. And I was like, are you shitting me? No, I wasn't. I said, Subo. And she was like that. Yeah, Suzanne Boyle. We love her in America. We love her stateside. So, do you know what I mean? I love gabbing to them. But Disneyland Paris, pull your finger out of your arse. The Disney community is trying to give you money, and you are so fucking backwards over there. I don't know whether it's the French and the unions or just the French. What are they doing? They're just drinking wine and eating fucking baguettes.
They should have built it in Windsor.
Oh God, where Legoland is.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I wouldn't even go to Walt Disney World at that point. I said to my missus, right, if you can go to Disneyland Paris in February, take the February half term. It's unfortunate we've got kids. It's not a blessing, but you know what I mean. So school holidays and all that, you're tied to it. So if you can get a week, we've got Monday to Friday in Disneyland Paris for less than 700 quid in the Hotel Cheyenne. Park tickets included, we're going on Eurostar. I get staff discount on it, so I think I've paid £45 each, something like that, or £50.
Yeah.
I think it's £50 each return. I can't remember what it is.
Great.
It is what it is. So you can go quite cheap over there.
Yeah.
So I said to her, we should make this an annual thing, and Walt Disney World every 2 or 3 years. And I'd rather save the money and just go to Walt Disney World.
Exactly.
I'm so embarrassed.
Because when you get there, it's cheap. It's relatively cheap to get there because you can obviously drive as well and all the other stuff you can do. But once you're in there, it's expensive, isn't it?
Oh, I've sent emails out to all the UK-based podcasts asking where would you eat. Sent it to the Disney Dream Girls. These are all shout-outs, these. Dedicated to DLP, Disney Brit. I've even sent it to us.
Wow.
I know, we've had an email from us. That's how sad we are, right? And we still haven't answered the fucking question. So I'm just interested to see where all the different podcasts say to eat. Theme Park Trader, do you listen to that podcast?
No, I don't know.
Cracking two little English boys. Ooh. Well, men, No, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not Grimkin and gays. They're nice lad. No, not that gay people aren't nice. Oh my God, I'm digging myself in here.
Why do I feel doing a podcast with you is going to be like Russell Brand and Jonathan Ross when they left that voice message for Manuel?
We might get an email. Oh my God, what was he saying? He was doing me head in. Anyway, Disneyland Paris, sort your head out because, I've got sidetracked here. I'm going off on one because last time when we went, the food. Do you know you do all your planning for Walt Disney World?
Yeah.
180 days out, you've got it regimented. Disneyland Paris, you just turn up. You don't do any planning. You don't book any reservations. So we were trying to eat last time, but the park shuts early because it's February. So the restaurants, we didn't even know to take bookings. We didn't even know where the restaurants were or what they were like or anything. Whereas at Walt Disney World, you're studying the website, you're studying the menus. So we ended up, I tried to eat in McDonald's one night. It was like The Walking Dead. There was about 1 million people in a restaurant built for 400 people.
Wow.
It was horrific. We ate in the Earl of Sandwich one night. It is what it is. It's the Earl of Sandwich. It's the most overrated fucking sandwich you'll ever eat in your life. And you need 2 of them just to touch the sides. You're like, oh, thanks. That was the best postage stamp size sandwich you've ever ate. How much was it? Fucking hell. Oh yeah, that's cheap. That
You got to remortgage.
Yeah. Can I just burp so I can taste it again? So we literally ate out of the garage. The Hotel Cheyenne. You go across the river to the other one, the space one, the futuristic one, the alien sorcery one.
Oh yeah.
The Mexican one, whatever that's called. And you walk across that car park.
Yeah.
I felt like it one of them ones at trying to get across into the UK. At the border town. That's what I was like, running the gauntlet across the car park to go into a petrol station just outside Disneyland Paris to get a baguette.
Wow.
That's what we did. So this time I want to try and do some planning because, I mean, we're taking Tupperwares this time.
Oh my God, that's depressing.
So that we can rob all the breakfast stuff and make ham and cheese sandwiches to carry around with us around the park. Honest to God. Anyway, so I went to see Moana.
Yep.
Moana with me girls.
What do you reckon on it?
Out of 10, it's a solid 8.
Wow.
It's better than Frozen.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
It needs to be pushed out, rolled out into the parks in some, more than the average meet and greet. They need to, I think they need, it's like Hawaiian based in it, around them islands and all that. We need something in Epcot.
Right. Yeah.
Just put a Hawaiian land in. Then you can sell the timeshares for the Hawaiian holiday.
Of course, yeah.
Put some sort of ride in. It was a brilliant film. The Rock. I'm not going to go into it too much because I can't remember half of it. I'm 42 now. But all the main characters played their parts really well. The snowman was played by a chicken, and the chicken did bring some comedy, light relief to the movie. So we didn't have an annoying Olaf character just doing everyone's head in, singing about summer. It was a chicken just pecking stuff and that. But no, I really enjoyed it. I don't want to go into it too much because people might not have. It's only been out a few days in the UK, but just take your kids. It's a cracking little Christmas film to go and watch with your family, although it's got nothing to do with Christmas. Our Eve was sobbing at some point. She's 12.
Wow.
That's I'd been up for work like 3 o'clock in the morning, so I was really tired. I was getting a bit glassy-eyed at bits, so it does pull on the heartstrings. It's well worth a watch. And it's two cracking films I've seen. Have you seen the Harry Potter film yet? That's not Harry Potter.
I haven't, no, unfortunately. I'm about the
You
only
got-
person in the world that hasn't.
Oh well, I'm going to say it's an 8 out of 10 again, and I'm not going to ruin any part of that film for you, but you must go and see it. What the beautiful thing of that film is, every Harry Potter film you went to see, you knew what was going to happen.
Ah, good thinking.
Because you've read the books.
Because you've read the books, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, several times. And all you were doing in the picture house was being critical, criticising the film, because that didn't happen in the books. What's happened to that bit of the storyline? And although the Harry Potter films are brilliant, 7 and 8 out of 10 solidly for all of them, more or less, you did leave with a sense of disappointment for every film.
Well, we should also just do a shout out to our number one listener, which is J.K. Rowling.
Oh, yeah.
Because she does listen to the show. We know this now.
Yeah. I literally lost my shit at that.
Well, you know, what can you say? We are Europe's number one Disney-related podcast.
Yeah. I come out the picture house and thanked her for such an astonishing movie. It's definitely an 8, potentially a 9 out of 10. That's how highly I rate the film. I come out and bought it on iTunes instantly. You can pre-order all the big films that are out there now. You can go onto iTunes, $13.99, get them in HD. I don't mind doing that if it's a good film.
Yeah.
And then 2 or 3 months later, you get a little email saying your film's there now. Sometimes you get them a week before they come out. You get all the extras with them, all the blooper reels, all that cracking. So I did that, and then I thought, I'll tweet JK. She won't reply. She's JK. She's probably in her castle somewhere, wrestling a dragon, brushing Hagrid's hair, you know.
Yep.
Wearing Voldemort's undies on her head.
Yeah.
But she wasn't.
No.
She was watching Strictly Come Dancing, and she liked our tweet.
Yeah.
Or did she retweet it? She liked it, didn't she?
She liked it.
Oh, imagine if she retweeted it. I tweeted Brian Q from the Impractical Jokers
Oh, yeah.
about 3 years ago now, when Kevin Smith had just brought the Tusk movie out.
Oh, God, yeah.
And he had just brought out the picture, the movie poster, before the film come out. And it's quite an eerie looking. So I listened to Tell 'em Steve Dave and One of the Ants. So go and listen to Tell 'em Steve Dave. And I tweeted him, what do you think of the movie poster? And he replied to me, I think it's actually quite beautiful, right? I still get retweets of that tweet now,
Wow.
4 years later. I got one the other day.
Wow.
I know. It's off its head, isn't it?
That is
So-
amazing.
Yeah. I love famous people when they tweet back.
Well, that's it, you know. We should get some on the show.
So famous people.
Yeah.
Well, your latest podcast episode, I'm halfway through it. I haven't got to the Grinch yet.
Yeah, that is worth sticking around for. That was a very fun interview.
That is off its head, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's that pod? What are we talking about here,
We're
people?
talking about Scare Zone at scarezone.com.
Yeah.
But we spoke to the actual Grinch. It's the actual actor that plays the Grinch for Universal Orlando. And he sounded exactly like Jim Carrey.
That is fantastic. So that's I'm on nights this week, so I'm going to listen to that tomorrow night or tonight even. Now, again, I mean, getting back to podcasts, we're going all over the place here because I've just got so much podcasting diarrhea to spew from my mouth before I go back into my cupboard. But from our Dis After Dark podcast, of course, we've got a world-class published author. We've got a first-rate vlogger.
Yep.
And we've got Nick. No, we've also got P-Dubs, Paul Washington. Now, him and his beautiful wife have just launched their podcast. So I've given it a listen, and he says more in the first 2 minutes of his podcast
Yeah.
that he's said in the whole of the last 15 episodes of Dis After Dark.
Is that because we don't let him talk? I don't know.
Yeah, that's because Nick doesn't let any of us talk. But right, so go and have a search for Magical Kingdom of Walt. I suspect that it's going to be a monthly one, but they give some really good tips for holiday planning in the episode 1 for Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out.
So, yeah, Disneyland Paris, pull your finger out your ass, go and see Mona, go and see Fantastic Beasts, and I love you, Chris. Thanks for having me.
That's all right. No worries at all. You're always welcome. I mean, it's your show, so I don't know why I'm saying you're always welcome.
Yeah.
I hope I'm always welcome.
Well, you are. Do you know what? You know our policy on Dis After Dark. There's no I in team.
Yeah. Never
Just
leave a man
like
behind.
Yeah, just like there's no B&Q in Wigan.
Wow, there's a fact for you.
There's a home base, but no B&Q. So I've always wanted to say this. Can I just say this?
Yeah, go on.
So now over to Nick in the studio.
Oh, seamless.
Good evening and welcome to Dis After Dark. Thank you, Craig, for that conversation there. Hope you all enjoyed that as much as we did here in the studio. I am Nick, and tonight I am joined by, well, you've already heard him this show, Mr. Chris Ripley.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Talented, Mr. Paul Washington.
Good evening.
And Mr. Paul Dolan.
Hello.
That's right. We have we're not here with our two female members. Well, obviously you heard Craig for a bit, but Boston couldn't make it tonight, so she will be back with us very soon. But it feels like we haven't been together for a while, guys. How's everyone doing?
Doing all right? Yeah. Busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming up to that time, isn't it? It's Christmas now. Coming up to Christmas. Every day, my daughter says, "Can I open the presents?" And I say, "No. What day do you have to open the presents? Christmas Day." Okay. And what day is it today? Christmas Day. No. What number was it on the calendar today? 5. Right. It's not Christmas Day, is it? No. Okay. Tomorrow? No.
I get the same things going around the shops and all the Christmas decorations are out, and it's like, it's Christmas Day now, Daddy. Where's the presents? No,
That's it.
not yet.
Yeah. She also thinks that every present under the tree is for someone that's coming Christmas Day. So there's all random people coming Christmas Day, according to my daughter. That's what the presents are. But hopefully she understands that it won't be quite that busy. But saying that, has everyone got their trees up? Are we all in the Christmas festive spirit?
Nah, humbug.
I knew Scrooge would say something. Scrooge McDolan.
Mick Scrooge.
Yeah. Scrooge McDolan.
Not yet.
Not had your red cups or anything like that? Okay, fair enough. Well, hopefully this show will start to get you in that Christmas spirit. And speaking of spirits, what's everyone drinking?
Oh, nice. Tea.
Tea with vodka? No? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Just tea.
Good old tea. P-dubs?
School night, Saturday, so good old lemonade.
I like that, school night. As if that's ever stopped you before.
Well,
Ish.
yeah.
Mr. Ripley.
Well, if you've seen on my Facebook the weekend, I had a Trader Sam's night.
I saw that cup,
So, yeah, I'm still suffering, so I'm just having a cup of tea this evening.
Very good. Well, today I've gone for something soft, but not my usual choice. I've got here a bottle. Hang on. Oh, there you go. A bottle of 7-Up Free. Yes, 7-Up Free. When KFC run out of Pepsi and Tango, 7-Up Free. That should be their advertising slogan. Because I mean, who buys that? Only people that we bought a bucket from KFC last night, and so we got a drink with the bucket of chicken, and that's what they had. So there you go. So if you've ever wondered, they do more than 2 drinks. Right. So we've been away for a couple of weeks, I think now, and I know there's been a few bits of news that have come about since then. So does anybody in particular want to kick off?
Well, there is one we should start with, given that we're recording on the 5th of December, although it might not be that when you listen to this. No, it's Walt's birthday today. Happy birthday, Walt. He's 115.
Yes, still icy.
Yep.
not defrosted yet.
That film's coming out soon, though.
They had a preview.
They had the first screening of Walt's Frozen Head. Yeah, it was. I think was it a screening for the backers. It wasn't a public screening, was it? No, private screening. I think, if I remember rightly, because there was an update recently, I think it's scheduled for spring release. To everyone else, but yes, there was a private screening, and I saw some good feedback, especially regarding our friend of the show and former guest, Mr. Ron Schneider, as the frozen head of the title. So yeah, cannot wait.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Yeah, couldn't come
Looks
soon.
like a lot of fun.
So you would have been 115 today, and actually, I'm glad you brought it up, Paul, because in the UK, we're finally getting the Walt Disney documentary that aired on PBS in America this year.
Yeah.
Oh, is that on the BBC this week?
It's on BBC Two. So hopefully you're listening to this at a time you can catch it. It's on Saturday night. I want to say, hang on, I can actually give you an official time because I'm sat in front of a TV guide. I think it was about 8 o'clock. Let me just double check. It's 8:45. 8:45, and it's in 2 parts. So, actually no, sorry, it doesn't say it's in 2 parts. It says part 1. That's a lie. It's on for an hour. And I can't remember if it was 2 hours or 4 hours, that documentary. So we'll see. But yes, the first part airs on the 10th of December on BBC Two at 8:45. It's BBC Two and BBC Two HD if you have a high definition telly. And also for those that can't or forget or listen to this later on, it will be on iPlayer as well. So you'll be able to play it on catch up for normally about 30 days after it's been on it, isn't it? It's quite a long period of time to catch up with it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I didn't actually see it when it was shown in America earlier this year. I was too lazy to get an illegal stream to watch it. So I've set it up, awaiting its arrival to watch, because I heard some good things. Has anyone actually seen it yet, or are we all in the same boat?
Yeah, same boat.
I thought P-Dubs might have been one to have gone for the Bay of Pirates and tried to.
No, I haven't. No, I kind of missed out on it when it started. And missed the illegal download stream.
Pirates Bay streams, all this talk about water.
Yeah.
And of course Walter himself, Walter Disney. God, just the segue just keep on coming. No, so that's it's nice that it's nice to remember him at this time of year and all the joy that he's brought us. And the thousands of podcasts that he's helped create as well. I suppose.
Well, we worked out today on Scarezone that Walt actually created Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
Continue.
Because if he didn't decide to do this harebrained, stupid idea to build a theme park in the middle of a swamp, none of this would exist.
True.
That is very true. That is very true. I mean, Disneyland wasn't the first kind of... Well, I suppose it was the first theme park. There were, of course, places like this before Disneyland existed. But I don't think any of them were kind of themed in the way that Disneyland was. So yeah, you're quite right. And to be honest, like if you think about companies and if you think about franchises, I can't think of another company. You know, just say Disney never existed and Disneyland never got created. And you know, all these amazing films never happened. I can't think of another company that would have that kind of back catalogue to have created something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
There isn't one.
Well, even Universal, you know, and we've talked about Universal before on here and, of course, on our sister podcast, Universal After Dark, about the fact that there's a lot there that's not actually got anything to do with Universal.
Mm.
Harry Potter being a big one of those. So
Yeah.
I just don't think we would ever not have a theme park in the way that we have theme parks now if it wasn't for him. So yeah, I can see why you come to that conclusion.
Mm.
Good stuff. Right. Who wanted to go next?
I'll go next. Actually, following on from talking about Disneyland, the Main Street Electrical Parade's returning next month,
Yes.
20th of January.
Yes, I saw
confirmed
this
now.
news. I'm guessing it broke today
Yes.
because I saw the story a couple of hours ago. Always excited. The Main Street Electrical Parade is my favourite. I'm sure things like Paint the Night are great, but there's just something so iconic about that Main Street Electrical Parade that just, for me, excels it above anything else.
Mm.
And there is probably a
good.
big dose of nostalgia with that, but that's it. So,
But I'm a bit confused. So it was at Walt Disney World and it's gone to Disneyland. Is that what they're saying?
It's gone back to Disneyland.
Yeah, so
it's
Paint the Night's finished.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
So that's going to come to Disney World.
Well, they haven't announced it, have they? I don't think so, anyway.
No, and I don't think it is.
Okay.
Because the floats don't fit. The floats are too big for Disney World.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
apparently.
It's
All right.
Disneyland wider then. It's wider
Yeah.
street, so yeah. My
Blimey.
goodness, you think, given that Disney World was built after, that they'd be at least the same size.
Well,
Disneyland always feels so cramped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why Walt Disney World built the side streets that they don't use,
Yeah,
because it wasn't as wide.
right. I see.
So they built overflows, but they don't use them.
I never
Yeah.
realised that. I mean, having not been there, I suppose it's hard to know for sure. But from seeing footage and stuff like that, I just assumed that it was, there was a bigger area in Florida. Oh, that is quite interesting. But yeah, I mean, has anyone not seen the Main Street Electrical Parade?
No, I think we've all seen it.
Seen it? Yeah.
Six. I know it goes away every now and again, or it'll go. It'll stay at a park for a certain amount of time. But yeah, does anyone know actually? Because this is something I don't. Because I remember seeing it the first time I went to Disneyland Paris in '92. What was it? Not. Is there only one Main Street Electrical Parade, or was that
I believe so.
copy of?
No, I believe it's the only one.
Oh. Because what was the one? I suppose around that time was it Fantalusion?
Yeah.
In America.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. No, very excited. Very excited. I think there's a pass holder preview on the 19th. There's a preview of it on the 19th of January, the day before it officially relaunches.
In Disneyland?
In Disneyland, yeah. But I'm
Right.
sure it said it was pass holders.
Okay,
Otherwise,
that's
it'd be
weird,
part
isn't
of
it?
the
Because,
preview. Yeah.
most people have probably, already seen it, but
Yeah.
unless they're changing it. But, hey.
Well, I mean, the picture I saw was of Elliot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's one of the most famous floats, so
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
I saw a picture of part of Elliot being unloaded
Oh, wow.
without his head. Just the body, literally coming off the back of a truck.
Hey, Benjamin, there's your title for your next film. The Further Adventures of Elliot's Electrical Head. All about the life and times of an Electrical Parade head. Yeah. Yeah, that I'm sure that would have freaked some people out, actually. But it's running until, is it mid-June? So I don't know. There was no announcement as to what's happening after that. I want to say it was like the 26th of June or something like that. I remember seeing.
I believe that will be the end of it.
Yeah, but I mean, I wonder if
I could work out.
I wonder if that's going to be extended or something. Like sometimes, because it says limited time, but Disney like to have limited time things and then extend them
Yeah.
for longer periods. But I did see in the press release as well that because it's an anniversary, isn't it, this year, the Electrical Light Parade?
Yeah.
I mean, it may not have been a big one, but they did say that, with the return of this, there was going to be some park merchandise and also some themed food and beverages. So, if you've ever wanted like an electrified cola beverage that gives you a little shock every time you drink it, then now could be the time. Didn't specify that was one of the options. I'm just trying to ad-lib what they might be. But yeah, but I mean,
I love those little light up ice cubes in the bottom. Probably.
Everything's turned into a glowtini.
Yeah. It's 45 years.
45.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
In June.
Yeah. Good age. So so it'd be interesting. I mean, I know I've seen some of the merchandise I've seen before. They had some of the what's his name? Olazansky? I never know how to pronounce it. But the guy that does like the miniatures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've got some of his bits as well, but I can never know how to pronounce it. But I know they did a set of parade floats before that were really nice. So I wanted to do something like that. I mean, they were quite expensive. I wonder if they're going to do something a bit more mass market for that. And I mean, I don't expect we'll see any more, but I mean, I've got a couple of big vinyl they did of the electrical parade as well. I've got a big dragon and the train as well.
Yeah, right.
They're the bits that I got. They're two of the ones that I probably wouldn't get rid of as well because the nostalgia value. But so it'll be interesting. I'll look forward to the merchandise. I suppose that will probably launch around the time of that, so we'll probably get more information about that around the 20th of June. So we'll keep you posted, as they say. Cool. Did anyone else want to add anything to that, or we're good to go?
No, just nice to see it back where it belongs.
Well, come on. If you mean Disney Park, that's fine. But I think it should be shared. Mr.
So long as they bring one to Disney World, I don't care. But they should bring one to Disney World.
I'd be surprised if they don't. I mean, I know they can't bring back Fantalusion because that was ruined in Paris, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
It's still there, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Rotting away again, allegedly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's confirmed. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe a new parade. They definitely. I think they do need a nighttime parade though.
Yeah.
Does that mean? Do they still do the water pageant parade?
That's still there.
So even though they don't have the electrical parade, they still have that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's one of those things. I mean, I don't know how well. I think we talked about it on here before, but that's one of those things that I think if you don't know about it, it's quite easy to not know about it because it's only visible from a few places. But that goes around the lagoon where the Polynesian and the Grand Floridian are, so you can actually see it from the hotels there, but you can't see it really from the park.
Yeah, 9 o'clock, I think, is it? It's around 9 o'clock, isn't it?
I think it depends on. Well, when I saw it, we was at California Grill, and we only saw it because we was in a room that gave us that view. We was in the wine cellar, and I think that night Wishes was about 9 or half 9. It was after that it started. So I don't know. It may be dependent on the time of year. I'm not sure. Speaking of like nighttime shows, actually, before we go to Chris, has anyone seen the video of the drone show?
No,
I haven't seen the video yet.
not yet.
Saw that they trialed it.
Yeah. No, it launched just after our last episode went out, and pretty impressive actually. I think it was quite impressive, but I think the technology is very clever. it'll be interesting to see what else they try and do with it. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Mr. Ripley.
Yes, I have 3 things.
What?
I have a bad thing, a good thing, and a question.
I like it.
Let's do it in that order.
The good thing, this is the short thing, and this is more for you, Paul, is the Disney have released images of their princess medals, which, hold back, princess, you think, oh God, all pixies and everything, but they're themed to the new Beauty and the Beast film.
Ooh.
And they are stunning. I can hear him Googling it now.
Sorry, I was just away from the mic for a minute. Yeah, I've already seen them. I'd already posted them.
I know you would.
So yeah.
So where's this one then? What park?
Disney World.
Disney World, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the good thing. Bad thing, cabanas.
Jesus, yeah. There's been quite a bit since we've been away, isn't there? Yeah, cabanas.
What's going on?
Wow, yeah. That is something. I was
So what's the background to this then? Just in case there's somebody out there who doesn't know.
Well,
I can't imagine
I
that
don't
would be
get
the
much
case,
of a
but
background. They just turn up, didn't they?
Well, Shanghai, who's just opened, needs another land. So we were paying off the debts to build Shanghai. Now we need more money to build another land for Shanghai, so nobody can see it. Disneyland Paris is completely bankrupt, so that needs more money. So what do? We have to nickel and dime the Orlando people. And
that'll probably work as well.
Probably. I bet you they've got a bloody waiting list for them things now.
So, I'm not looking at this as we speak, but I obviously looked at it when it appeared a couple of weeks ago. So, is it about $600 a day or something? $800 a day?
Around that figure, yeah.
And I think it's limited to 8 people.
Something like that. I mean, they are ridiculously nice cabanas. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Cabanas are generally.
Yeah, I mean, these are luxury, but it's why the hell would you want to be sunbathing and resting and eating, $10 bags of chips or crisps for our English listeners in the middle of Tomorrowland? And what is it? I mean, a cabana. What's futuristic about that? It's a tent.
Look how angry he's getting. It makes him mad.
Spit it out.
The thing is, I've only stayed in a cabana. Not stayed in a cabana. I've only been in a cabana when I was in Vegas, and my cousin. There was quite a big party of us, and my cousin doesn't sunbathe, but he likes to hang around the pool. So we got a cabana for most days that we were there, and very nice they are, and especially in Vegas where you've got that heat on you all day long. And also the hotel we were staying at, the one next to us, their sister one, was known as a death ray hotel because of the reflective mirrors they used on the hotel. It literally produced a ray of heat that could melt things, or almost melt things. So you wanted to stay away from that. So I found having a cabana a great convenience, but I wasn't in a theme park. I was in a hotel, so it's a completely different setup. It's a completely different scenario. I don't really get it. I was speaking to my wife about it and trying to explain this to her when I saw the story, and that was her attitude. Why would you want to do that? Why would anyone pay that much extra to stay in a cabana, especially if they're staying on the resort? But I suppose it's the convenience of being that local. I mean, how many people? We would normally go out to Florida for 2 weeks to 3 weeks, wouldn't we? In the UK.
Yeah.
In America, you're there for less time. Now, when you go out there for 2 or 3 weeks, most people, especially if they're staying, on a resort hotel, will go, right, we'll spend Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll do Magic Kingdom, we'll do Epcot, we'll do Animal Kingdom. Thursday, we'll have a rest day, we'll just hang around the pool. We'll just have like a lazy day. Now, if you're if you want to go back for the hotel for a nap, or you've got young kids, you want to go back to the hotel for a nap, you've got to get on a bus, you've got to go to a hotel, you've got to go and have a nap, then you've got to go back into the park, and it all takes a lot of time, doesn't it? Whilst you could just go back to a cabana in Tomorrowland. You wouldn't have to worry about getting on a bus. You're there, and you can just chill out.
I've got 2 words for you while you're trying to rest in your tent. Tomorrowland Speedway. They are the noisiest damn things in the world.
Maybe it's soundproof.
Carbon monoxide.
Yeah, and
Maybe
that
soundproof, but are they gas proof?
But we know they can have massive fans around it, you know, pushing the sound back. Who knows? Either way, does anyone here think it's a good idea?
So where are they? Are they only... Which parks are they in?
just Tomorrowland at the moment.
Just Tomorrowland.
In Magic Kingdom, yeah.
That's a crap idea.
I mean, I'm not really
I
that
considered
angry.
that opinion long and hard before I so eloquently delivered it.
It did sound like you was giving it a lot of thought.
Yeah.
But I'm not that angry. I just think it's an incredibly stupid idea. But they just seem to be wanting to try so many different things now. They're just throwing everything until something sticks that they can get a new revenue stream from. You know, and I'm okay with that. I mean, there's even talks now that there's a Club 33's possibly be going into the Magic Kingdom. You know, again, you know, I don't really care, but it just seems as though they're just like scrambling for any theory or idea of possibly, you know, any way they can think of to make money. And it just seems so kind of desperate in a way.
Yeah. Is that for a slightly older age group than Club 18 to 30? Club 33?
Yes, it is.
Just for people that are slightly older than that?
Yeah, and if you're older than 34, you're just chucked out.
No, that's it.
Very, very exclusive club. Very exclusive club. I don't get it. I suppose the thing is the people that cabanas are aimed at have the money to not normally worry about that kind of thing.
Hang on a minute, Club 33. You and I would get into it, Nick, wouldn't we?
Yes, we would.
There we go. Who cares?
Not next year though. Only to next summer, and then we're both screwed.
Club 18 to 30. Well, I think we're all stuffed, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that's long gone. All right, well, Amanda. Amanda's cool for that.
Amanda,
Yeah.
Is she old enough to get in the bottom end?
Yes. Oh, hang on. What? Hang on. We're talking 1830 or 33?
Yeah. No,
Well, she's time slipped to the 1940s because she lives in Liverpool. So
that's true. Yeah.
I did hear something about that. Yeah.
Nobody will get that one.
I wonder if she'll bump into Nicholas Lyndhurst.
Listen, I'm down to hear your question.
Yes.
Oh well, the question comes from a listener called Mr. Craig Lucas. Craig writes in. He says, "Dear lads," no, I won't do the voice.
Dear Jim.
Yeah, dear Jim. He's going to Disneyland Paris soon, as we know, and he's ranted about it on the bit before. He's asked the question: What do us guys think is the best restaurant to go to in Disneyland Paris?
I do like their McDonald's. Serves beer.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Can you get a Happy Meal with a beer?
I haven't tried.
It's called a really Happy Meal.
That's with a shot of absinthe as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you, Craig. It's tough, isn't it? Because I think it depends on what you want. You know, if you wanted to go for a character experience, then really you'd be looking at Innovations, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're talking about quality of the actual food, then you could also throw in Waltz, obviously, or Chez Remy, or California Grill. So it kind of depends on what you're going for. I think. What about if we kind of cover that from all angles? So what about if we talk about character dining? You know, decent grub, and something a little bit on the cheaper side.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a way of attacking it. Mr. D, what do you think?
I guess my experience is a bit more limited on Disneyland Paris, but Waltz I thought was pretty good. We ate in a couple of buffet type places. We ate in, was it the Agra Bar? It was okay.
Yep.
Then we ate in one in the village, which was the western one. I don't remember what it's called. Was it Wild Bells?
Oh God, what is it called? Yeah, it's like a Tex-Mex.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it was
Yeah.
okay.
Billy Bob's.
Uh,
I think it's
Billy
called
Bob's, that's it.
Yeah.
Annette's again was okay. I think Waltz probably, if to answer Craig's question, probably be the safest bet if you want a good meal. It's not cheap though, is it? But then none of them are that cheap.
None of the like more decent food ones are. No.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
Because the other,
Oh, sorry, Paul.
sorry,
No, go on.
I was just gonna say the other option is not so much a Disney restaurant, but at the what's the shopping centre called? Near the Diageo apartments. There's a couple of good restaurants in there.
Yeah, well, it's Val de Europe, but I'm not sure what the
Yeah, Val de Europe, and it's not that far away.
Yeah, no, you're
Get
right.
a shuttle
There's
bus there.
lots of decent restaurants around there, actually. Yeah. Mr. Ripley, I know you're not too experienced in Disneyland Paris, so we'll go to you next.
Well, there's only two that I really like. One is I always get the name muddled up. It's Blue Lagoon in Paris, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always say Blue Bayou in my head, but that's the one in the other Disneyland.
Yeah.
So there, I love that with because it's built inside Pirates of the Caribbean. But I think the better restaurant, and you said it already, is Waltz. I think you can't beat the location. The food is always good. I mean, it's a bit pricey, but then everything is in Disneyland Paris. So I think if you're going to spend, go to Waltz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think as well, if you could, like, top tip for anyone, and obviously Craig can use this as well, is if you can try and get a table booked for parade time and try to get that window seat, because if so, you get a great view of the parades that goes past and you having your food.
Yeah.
So not easy, but time of year you're going, every possibility that you might luck out. Mr. Washington.
Right. Cheap. I would actually go to the studios and go to the Blockbuster Cafe.
Okay.
I like it in there. Good selection of different stuff if you want something cheap and quick. If you're going character dining, Plaza Gardens is now becoming the breakfast area rather than Chef Mickey's or Cafe Mickey's, whichever it is. So that's beginning from next year. If you want a character breakfast, you go to Plaza Gardens inside the Disneyland Park now. Obviously, as we mentioned, Inventions. If you want a bit more of a posher buffet with characters, obviously definitely go there. And obviously the ones that you've already mentioned, if you want a good slap-up meal, Waltz, California Grill, which I believe is going down for refurb next year at some point.
Oh.
I'm not sure when, but I believe it is at some point. And Chez Remy, you can't go wrong with a Ratatouille-themed restaurant.
No, the reviews always come off good there. I've not eaten there yet because of the kids, but
I haven't either, but a load of friends went during the half marathon weekend and really enjoyed it. So
I've only heard good feedback on it, and I mean, looking into it, the theming is really decent. So I think Plaza Gardens is going to be taken over from Cafe Mickey for evenings as well. I don't think it's been confirmed yet, but I don't know where else to have the character dining. I like the Cowboy Cookout as well, but that's not always character dining. So I think you're best off looking at the Disneyland Hotel ones for that. Or I think when you go Cafe Mickey's still open. I like Cafe Mickey. I mean, the food is fine. It's not spectacular. But it's not overly expensive for what it is, and I've always been able to get decent interactions in there. So I think it goes down in March.
Yeah,
mid-March. So so I think you're going out before that. So there. Waltz, I'd probably go to as a top-notch restaurant, or Chez Remy, one of the two. And my cheapie is my favourite for that kind of thing. Au Chalet de la Marinette, which is
Another good choice.
the Pinocchio themed place, because I've always loved Casey's, but their hot dogs are cack compared to the ones you get in there. Good value, good portion sizes, busy but never ridiculously busy. Just a bit of a hidden gem. And luckily, none of us recommended Pizza Planet because it's gone. Never opening again, I think, is what they said the other week. So that's
until Toy Story 4.
Nah, I think they did one. I think the new people in charge one look at that place and was like, that ain't fit for purpose. They should never take away that burger. See, they're running down.
Pizza burger.
Oh man, that was a good burger.
I like the sound of that.
Oh, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. Well, I think that's quite enough for this half of the episode. So thank you very much. I'd also just like to state, because I didn't correct it earlier, that obviously it's Moana and not Mona, as Craig keeps saying. So apologies, but he's a Scouser. What does he know? Thank you very much for listening to this half of the episode. Part 2 is following this one now. So jump over there and we'll continue the conversation. Thank you very much. This podcast is part of the After Dark Podcast.